it's the big celebration of the year, 7 days, where everyone goes camping and do else together. Yeah, well, willing, I'll see you next time. Hello everyone, I wanted to make a update video because we've had quite an amazing week. Last Tuesday we found out that Ashley's dad had had a stroke, and things looked really grim. Obviously we can't travel because of my condition. I would have to travel in the van with the wheelchair, and it's just difficult getting in and out the van with the chair when there's only me and Ashley, because obviously I can't do anything. So Charlie said that he would fly out and help us go to New Mexico, but Charlie couldn't get a flight until the following Tuesday, so we basically the following Tuesday, and that was then delayed, and he arrived on the Wednesday. So there was a week of kind of feeling sick to the stomach and not knowing what you would decide regarding Ashley's dad. One of his lungs collapsed. They were going in every 30 minutes to suck stuff out of his lungs, so he was in a very bad condition. Only one lung on oxygen. His church were making him a casket. Then I was getting a bit irate at people's reactions, saying, who do we serve? A God of the creator of heavens and the earth? Do we serve the God of the Bible, or do we just serve like a figment of our imagination of what God might be? Ashley's dad has one friend who is of faith, and when the doctor said that her dad's lung was destroyed, that seemed like a very bad prognosis, but his lung came back, fully came back. The lung that was destroyed the next day fully came back, and Ashley's dad is now in a stroke rehab place. Obviously all of that gives me good cheer with my own condition. I know that I'm getting better all the time, but to see that which is more traditionally what you think of as a healing, where somebody is just instantly restored, is of great encouragement to me. Sorry for the cut, I just needed more energy. Okay, so we went from the doctors wanting to put Ashley's dad on hospice to them just being stone-faced, somber, not really much to say because a miracle had occurred. And I wanted to mention what happens in Exodus 8 when Moses has gone to the Pharaoh. Pharaoh's magicians are able to do some of the things that Moses does, or rather that Yahweh does by the hand of Moses. Verse 18 says, the magicians did similarly with their magic to bring forth gnats. So there were loads of gnats, or whatever you translate that as, and the magicians helpfully brought forth more gnats with their power. And a few years ago maybe 5 years ago, Charlie talked about how this is akin today to scientists. They might well be able to do some of the things that Yah can do, but there came a point when the magicians then said to Pharaoh, "This is the finger of God." But the heart of Pharaoh was strengthened. See, Pharaoh had resistance to the idea of Yehovah, and even though the plagues would have shattered his concepts of his various gods, Pharaoh's heart was hardened, it says, but the word means to have strength. His heart was given strength in what it already believed, in its stubbornness and its dullness and its rebelliousness. God actually strengthened that in Pharaoh. So we must not fall into the same position. We have to recognize this is the finger of God, and we can recognize the miracles of modern medical science, but it is nothing compared to Yehovah. And I hope one day to be standing again and telling you this in person, which brings me on to the next subject. Sorry, I was fatigued again. But anyone who's done Sukkot with us in recent years knows that we've done it at Brushy Creek, and there are a group who are going to Brushy Creek again this year. Charlie and I will not be there. Maybe I will be there, you're willing, who knows. But if you've never done Sukkot before, there is a group who are there at a campsite that you can go and join. The basic idea of Sukkot is to remember when the Israelites came out of Egypt and they camped, and we are told to dwell in Sukkah or Sukkot, which are temporary dwellings for 7 days to remember this. And this is, I think, one of the best examples of an instruction of God that people are willing to just cast it aside because it is inconvenient for them. As I say, there are a group who will be there, Brushy Creek, Texas. I will probably go down on one of the days. Not that that would be a reason for you to go, but it's factually true that I will be there one of the days. Probably I'll go down and see the people who are there. But there are videos on the channel about Sukkot for you to look up for more details about what it is. It's the big celebration of the year, 7 days, where everyone goes camping and dwells together. Yahweh willing, I'll see you next time.